how do I do it? Well, what we need to start thinking about is the difference between keywords and queries. Now, Google, in SEO Fight Club the other day, they shared a section of videos that were the Google's webmaster videos, whatever you used to call them, for the event they had. And there's a video in there that literally validates all the stuff that I've been doing for the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And Google is not looking at keywords, they're looking at queries. Now, if you stick a query as the main part of your page, so let's say I'm trying to rank for best diggers, best cranes, best construction cranes, right?
Yeah.
You would type best construction cranes into Google, and you would to see what queries are the most prominent keywords, or keywords, queries. I don't want to use keywords. Keywords are different. What are the most prominent queries in there? And I would usually use the one that is used the most on page 1 as my main keyword.
Right.
I won't look at keyword volume. I don't give a monkeys about keyword volume, because that query, so best, what was I saying? Best construction cranes.
Best construction cranes.
Yeah. So that query could be multiple different queries that will bring up exactly the same result. You know, so top construction cranes, it's the same keyword.
Yeah.
You know, construction cranes best list, probably exactly the same query. So if you think about that Google's ranking queries and not keywords, that e-commerce client screenshot I sent you where I took his traffic up, a lot of the keywords, the main keyword queries were already top ranked. So what I needed to do was to rank for thousands of other queries for the same page.
Right. So do you see my screen?
Yeah. Of course you would type that in.
Of course I would. So, because I've seen this as well. I was doing actually an audit for my Amazon affiliate site, and I was looking that I did a stupid mistake in the beginning as a beginner, and I was writing for an article for each keyword. So I would say best crane for under $1,000. Of course, there's no such thing, but best smartphones for kids, best smartphones for, and many of these keywords they will be very similar, and I would just creating the same content for the same keyword, and I mean, first I was losing my time doing that, and then I wasn't ranking for any of those. And then I was looking yesterday, so I was doing exactly what you were saying. So I was typing best whatever my product is here that I'm advertising, and then I was going through the results, and I was taking the keywords these guys have in their SEO title, and I was trying to stick it into I was sticking it actually into my SEO title. And I was going down here the page, and this one has, instead of best, he has top 20. So I was taking top as well, and I was putting in maybe in a H2 or something. I believe that's what you were talking about, right, as well?
So when you look at these results, scroll up a second.
Scroll up, you say? Up?
That query there is not the right query to put in your title tag. Why because all the results shown there do not even use the word best. Do you see the word best even mentioned?
Exactly.
Right? So, but it's quite interesting this brought up these results, because the synonym of best is top.
Top, yeah.
But it seems like they're using top 20 or top 10.
Top 10
now,
most.
Also, what's the... when you see the word crane, what do you see next to the word crane on a lot of these?
It's like an adjective, like largest, biggest,
Largest, biggest, and next to it is also companies, right?
Companies, yeah.
See the first there's crane companies. So you could actually change the phrase at the top now, and I bet you would get exactly the same results if you type best crane companies.
Best crane companies. If I can spell it, that is.
Oh, look. What's number one? Exactly the same site.
Yeah.
Yep, same sites. Okay. Maybe a few slight variations in there.
Mm-hmm. Contractors, for example, here. Contractors.
You can see the ones at the top, the ones that are doing the best SEO, because they're using more words on in their page that make up the query.
Yeah.
And break that query down: top 20 largest crane companies and world. Why would we ignore in there? Because of stop word. And Google's admitted they completely ignore stop words.
Right.
And we've tested that, right?
Yeah.
So you could type top crane companies at the top, and you could probably see exactly the same results in there as well.
Yeah, same guys.
Yeah?
Same guys.
Exactly. So is it a query or is it a keyword? Because it's the same page that's ranking for all those queries.
This is a query, right?
Exactly. So, a keyword, the reason people use the word keyword is it's what they use in like JavaScript and Python and all these coding programs. They call them keywords. And I think because of that, people have just got familiar with that word. And yeah, I suppose top crane companies is a keyword. It is. But it's also a query. And it's almost like a bucket of keywords to make up the query string, to be honest, because you could move that around. You could add more to that string. You could add stop words in there. Yeah. And Google would completely ignore the stop word and put the results down exactly the same. So this was some really awesome look at the SERP. I love to do this. There's other videos out there that they just talk about it, but when you have a visual about it as well, it's much more helpful. So thanks for those tips there, Alex. Yeah, I will stop there because
no. The reason
if you watch the video, you watch the videos that Google put out, they pretty much validate exactly what I'm saying.
Is that one SEO Fight Club? Episode?
That's the last episode. They didn't go through the video, but they mentioned it and they put the URL on the screen and you can type that in. And there's a whole validation in there.
And Velin here on Zoom he's asking, with those results, how should we choose the correct keyword or query to target?
Get a calculator and just choose and count how many times the one query is, then count how many times the other query is, and choose the one that has the most time.
So it's all about keyword density, right?
No, it's not. But it's not keyword density. There's different. That's frequency.
Oh, right, keyword frequency.
Words. Yeah. Density is like when you've got a page of 500 words on the site, and you mention a certain amount of keywords in there, you get a specific density of that keyword compared with the amount of words on the page. But I don't think keyword density from all my testing is working for me at the moment.
Right.
Other things are that you could call it keyword density. This is the thing. People call it keyword density, and it's an industry term, and people know what it means. That's why.